Yay! Okay, guys, we're gonna get started. Sorry if you hear that. I'm in the grocery store. Um, I had to go to a doctor's appointment, and then I had to go get my prescription, so I'm in here waiting for it. Um, Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. I am super excited about today's leadership Zoom because I am interviewing my upline, my friend, my funny partner. I practically lived at her house for 2 weeks. And I'm just super excited for those of you guys that don't know Chastity Marie very well, don't know her story. I am so excited for you guys to hear it today and to hear her heart, her tips. If you guys know anything about Chas, what you see is what you get. When you meet her in person, she is the exact same person. Guys, and I'm so excited for you guys to hear the Chas. I'm going to have you unmute yourself, and I just want, like, there's so many new people. There's so many people on our team that don't know your backstory, how you got into the industry, all of that. So let's start there, and then we'll go into how you found out.
Well, Lisa, I'm going to tell you, go ahead and get checked out, girlfriend, because we kept breaking up. And all those nice things you were saying, I was like, keep saying them, keep saying them. So then you were like breaking up. But you know what? That keeps us humble. You know, we have to hear some of the nice words, not all the things. So, hey, everyone. I am Chastity Marie, and I see a lot of faces that I know. I see Nick Nack on, I see Kathy, I see Danny, I see my business partner Courtney Good and friend. I do see a lot of faces that I don't know. So I want to just kind of tell you a little bit about my story. I was actually thinking about this the other day, and guys, it is going to be in February of 2021. It's going to be 7 years since I've said yes to this opportunity. And I cannot believe, I mean, they say time flies. It really does. I mean, I can't even believe it's Christmas in 2020. Like, it seems like just yesterday it was March. Can we all relate? But so just to tell you a little bit about me, I raised 3 daughters, and for a time being, I was a single mom, and I raised them in a single wide trailer house, went back to school later in life. I barely graduated high school because I was pregnant and had a toddler in the stands watching me graduate. So I thought, you know, college is not for me. But once I got into a office and working, I started, the computers wouldn't work, things were happening, and I'm like, you know what, I really enjoyed this hands-on thing, but I should probably have some formal education. So I went back in and I went to college with 3 babies, doing night school, and loved it, and climbed the corporate ladder incredibly fast. Was a leader in the network marketing field, not network marketing, IT field. And I really stood out because I was a female. There was a lot, it was a male dominant industry. And so I had the opportunity to travel. I had the opportunity to lead massive engineering teams and that sort of thing. And so when I say that I was introduced to this opportunity and I was zero interested in the opportunity, I can truly say that from my heart. That was not why I decided to start this product. For me, I, at the time, had been struggling with, people would say, Chas, you're sad. And I'd be like, no crap, I'm sad. Well, it's really a thing. And I'm not making medical claims. That was just my truth. I struggled with seasonal anxiety, seasonal association disorder, whatever you want to call it. When it started to get cloudy and gray, I was not the same Chas that many of you have met along the way. But I was open to try anything and everything, whether it meant eating the right things, moving my body more, putting prescriptions in my body, whatever it meant to make me a better person, I was willing to do that. And so 7 years ago, almost 7 years ago, there was a new thing that came out. And I don't know if you've ever heard of the hormone replacement pellets. That was just coming out in the industry. And I was super excited to try because I'm like, sign me up for all the new things. And so I went to where everything is true and everything is factual, right? And that's Facebook, right? Because everything is true on Facebook. That was a joke. So some of y'all that are looking at me all cray, y'all can just like smile because I can see your face, and your smiles encourage me to make me think that I'm like not being all crazy. So anyway, Amber Manquist, we went to school, high school together. And just to tell you a little bit about our truth, the reason we were friends is because I was a troubled teen. I ran away from home every other weekend. And I laugh all the time because when my second husband, yes, I still haven't got the whole relationship thing quite figured out. I can tell you how to build a multi-million-dollar business, but I'm going to have to deflect you to other of my friends that help me with the relationship situation. But when I met my second husband, we were at an event and it had the chief of police there, and the chief of police was like, "You really look familiar." And I'm like, "Nope, not me. I just must have a familiar face. Must be the dimples, not me." Well, to be honest, Amber had this big LTD boat car. And I don't even know why I'm telling you that. I don't even know if it was an LTD. I don't know if Amber's on, but I don't know what it was. But it was a big car. Like, they don't make cars like this anymore. But if you know Amber, she's always wants to help. So anything she can do to help. So she was my talk about ride or die. She was my ride or die. She would pick me up. I was running away from home, running away from life. I'd been running away from life as a little girl. Just had a very, very hard childhood. And so she would pick me up. We became friends, and we hadn't talked to each other in 20 years. And so when she messaged me and said, "Hey, I think you need to try this product," I was like, thanks, but no thanks. And to be honest, I had zero interest, because I really knew that I had done so many things trying to get my mind right, trying to get my body right. I even had ran a half marathon. The October before I started thriving, I ran my first 10K, and I've done annual Thanksgiving runs ever since. So I was doing everything that I was told to do to take care of my mind and my body. And guys, I could not get the energy. I could not elevate my mindset. I could not get the cloud to go away. I could not stay focused. And so when she sent me the product, she sent it to me, and I agreed to it, but I did not like it. I messaged her that second day and said, "Hey, thanks for sending it to me. Didn't work for me, but I appreciate you." And she just said, "Okay, so what time did you take the capsules?" And I'm like, "I didn't do that." She said, well, how did you blend up your lifestyle mix?" I said, I don't like mix, so I didn't do that. She said, "What did you do?" I said, "I put the sticker on and I'm still laying in bed. It didn't work for me. Thank you." And she's like, "Chas, you've got to just try all three steps. They build on each other. They're building blocks." And I'm like, I work in a male dominant industry, and I've just learned we just don't follow directions. We just make things blink and work, and we put it together. And if we come up with extra screws and things, as long as it's working, we're good. And that's what I told her. I said, "You know what? It's just not working for me." So I did have a run scheduled that morning, and I told her, "Look, I'm kind of a dramatic person, if you can't already tell. And I've always been that, like Lisa says, what you see is what you get." And so I told her, I said, if I take those capsules and I drink that mix, and halfway through my run, I get like diarrhea and vomiting, I'm going to probably post that on Facebook. So that's not going to be good for your marketing strategy. So I'm going to go ahead and send this back to you. And she's like, "Just try it." I tried it. I trusted her. And I did a quick flex. I said, "Thank you for this little sticker." And literally the rest is history. And I say that, but that's because it absolutely was a game changer. I came home. I realized something was different. That Sunday, something was different. That next day, taking the product, by Monday, I'm like, "Girl, whatever you gave me, like, I don't even care if it's legal." And yes, I was married to law enforcement at the time. I mean, I didn't care. Like, I didn't care it was legal. I remember I was the hoodlum. I was the juvenile delinquent. So I'm like, give me the things. Paul and Jason would be cringing if they watch this video. So Lisa, don't put the recording out there. So, but anyway, that's my truth. And it happened really, really fast. In 31 days, I was a 200K LaBelle brand promoter. Very, very quickly, my business partner at the time was a 200K brand promoter. We were the first couple in Lavelle to go business partner and business partner 200K Lavelle brand promoters. And I know some of y'all that know our history, you're like, listen to Chas trying to make up this story and avoid the truth. Some of y'all OGs, y'all know. Hey, but I love my history. I love my past. I love every part of it. It's part of who made me who I am. I honor the struggle. I honor everything that I've walked through. But it did happen incredibly fast. But I will tell you this. I was not an overnight success. I learned very, very young in life that relationships matter. And I have always been a relationship builder. Some of my top leaders that are partnered with me now are people that, yes, I was in one other company. I'll tell you, I didn't make it past what we would call here as, I didn't even make auto bonus earner. So, but I fell in love with the industry. I saw what this industry could do. And, you know, being able to realize that I had debt, even though I just thought that's part of my life. I didn't have like a dream board that said I want to get out of debt. I just wanted to kind of, you know, pay things off and, you know, just go through life and be able to be comfortable. But being exposed to the industry previously, I understood what freedom could mean. I understood what being able to have a financially free life really looked like. And so for me, I always knew that in life, you never knew when you might need someone. So for example, like I can see her face on here, Courtney Good. She was somebody I've known for way before Lavelle. And we met, I don't know if we met in a bar or at a church. It depends on who I'm telling the story to. If it's in Bible study, we met at church. If I'm telling y'all the story, we met in a bar. But I think we were just like walking by the bar. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just being funny. Are y'all having fun? Because there's a lot of y'all on. Anyway, but I've always connected. I've always believed that people come into your life for a reason, for a season, for a blessing, or for a lesson. And so for me, I always take the opportunity to get to know people, whether they're in my space for a minute or they're in my space for, you know, have been in my space for a long time. And so I connect on social media was a new thing coming into being with Lavelle. I mean, if that was 7 years ago, it was a happening, popping thing, but it wasn't nearly what it is today. The Lavelle fan page had, I think, 19,000 likes or 9,000 likes. I don't remember, but it was like weedy bitty tiny. And so it was all growing. It was all happening fast. In my first 90 days of the business, I had a goal. I set a goal that I had, you know, a lot of times people say, well, I want to get debt free, or I want to lose weight, or I want to do this. And I ask them that specific question. It's like, okay, if I were going to write you a check right now, if I'm going to pull out my checkbook and I'm going to write you a check, what is that amount that you would need to get debt free? 9 out of 10 times, they can't give me an answer. That's how clear I was to the cent on what I needed to become financially free. I didn't care what my weight was. I had been the skinniest I had ever been, but it was on medications. It was on altering things. It was on things that didn't make me feel good about myself. I've been the heaviest I've ever been. I didn't feel good about myself. So it wasn't about a number on a scale. It was about how did I need to feel. So I was very defined on how I wanted to feel, how I wanted to show up in life. And I was very defined in what I needed to be able to be financially free. Now, in my mind, there was no thinking, I'm going to walk away from this corporate job. I did this later in life, and there's no way that I was going to walk away from it. I had climbed that corporate ladder. Like I said, I was able to travel. I was making over $100,000 a year. I got corporate bonuses. So I had a great life. I had, as far as the outside and stuff and things that I can't take with me when I die, those things I had. But as far as being the best mom. I was a grandma abuela at the time, and I wasn't being the best on the things that made an impact and a legacy for forever. So anyway, so I said yes to this opportunity almost 7 years ago. I sent Amber a text message, and I know a lot of times people, and I'm talking, Lisa, because I know you're trying to check out, so you just interrupt me if you have some specific questions for me. But
I'm back in my car, so you should be able to hear me better now.
okay,
I'm
well,
hoping.
let me wrap up this sentence, and then I'll let
Oh,
you.
you're good. Keep going.
So, I absolutely had the confidence. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and this is not to poor pitiful Chas or, any type of pity or whatever. When I say that I had a very traumatic childhood, that childhood was very traumatic. And there was often times in life where I had to escape, if you will, from the situation and circumstance that I was in. It's an ugly truth. It's not a beautiful part of my story. It's a very broken part of my story. But what I have now seen as an adult is that ability to be able to say, what's happening to me right now is happening, but maybe I wanted to place my mind on an island. I don't even think I knew what Disney World was, but somewhere different. Or maybe I had a dream or kind of vision that, maybe I would be with my mom, that she would be holding me in her hands. I would be in my daddy's lap, that I didn't even know who he was in the world. I would just picture myself other places. So I've never, ever, and I don't say this with arrogance or anything other than by the grace of God, and I had a foundation in faith that if I could dream it, if I could believe it, and if I could have a little bit of faith, man, I could real life it. And so when I got in this business and I saw other humans, like real people that I knew that had struggles, that had walked through challenging things in life, that were and maybe a knothead, maybe they had a criminal record. I didn't have a big criminal record. It was I don't have a criminal record, so y'all calm down. But I always say I went to little jail involuntary. I go to big jail voluntary because I love prison ministry and jail ministry. Yes, okay. So I absolutely did not, when someone said 200K or millionaire, I'm like, do I want that? Yes, I want that so I can be that. And I don't say that because I'm so arrogant. I say that because I know there is work. I know that if I wanted to be the top tier corporate infrastructure engineer, only female, I could be that. I could do that. Yes, it would take a lot of work. There were times when I would laugh, the linemen, the first responders, and then the IT chick would be the only one at night driving into the facility in the storm because a multi-million, billion-dollar business was shut down because their servers were power outages and power down. And I had my kiddos in the back seat asleep because I was a single mom. I've walked through things that have devastated my life and rocked my world, but I got on the other side. So when I saw this opportunity, it wasn't like, that could never be me. I could never have, I could never do, I could never achieve. I said, do I want it? Do I want it bad enough to work for it? And the answer was yes. So I sent Amber a text message and I said, remember promoter number, blah, blah, blah. And I said, we'll be millionaires. And she said, LOL cute. I love that. And LOL cute, we did that. And so, but here's the thing. I knew 1000% what this product did for me. I know today, 7 years later, what this product does for me every single day. When people don't want the product, when people don't want, they say the product isn't working, when people deny the opportunity, guys, I realize I'm in a different place than you are just because I said yes just a little bit sooner than you did, but there's no denying the product works. There's no denying the opportunity works. So why in tarnation would I allow somebody to get me off my game? It's just like my faith. I know what faith has done in my life. I know the times that it's walked me through the trials and things in my life. So if you don't believe and you don't have the same confidence that I do, I pray for you, but that's what I believe. That's my truth. That is my grounding and foundation. So do I believe that, the capsules are magic? And do I believe that, Paul and Jason were birthed from a virgin? No, they are not. I don't set them on higher pillars and pedestals, and they're human. They are human. And I believe the same way for Jason and Paul, that I pray for myself. God, give me ideas that create the greatest of wealth. God, give people the insight to want to be a part of this opportunity. Give that mama that's laying on that couch, like I was, the desire to get up, get motivated, and give her family the best of her, no longer what's left of her. So that's where I am right now. That is where this journey has taken me. Do I get discouraged? Yes. Do I get burnt out? Yes. Do I get mad? Hell yes. But I don't stay there. I don't stay discouraged. I don't stay stuck. It may take me, a hot minute. I may have to stay down for a minute. It may take a shower, whatever it is. It may take me getting on a corporate live. It may take me hearing Paul and Jason talk. I mean, whatever it is. It may take, me getting in my scripture. It may take me getting onto YouTube, whatever it is. But I don't stay there. I stayed there for too long. And the whole sick and tired of being sick and tired sounds cliche, but I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Sick and tired financially and sick and tired physically. And when I saw that there was an opportunity, just like I've seen people, I'm being silly-ish kind of, but I always tell my friends that are been married for like 40 and 50 years, I'm like, well, that ain't gonna happen for me, but I'm gonna work on the 5, 10, 12-year plan, I see that it's happened for other people, and then I go, it can happen for me too. It can happen. So Lisa, that's the long, short version of my story, and kind of what's on my heart, and I know you let me just share that as I can. So
No, I think everybody needed to hear all of that, all of it. There's so much, man. I mean, I don't even, what direction do we want to go in? I mean, you're a plethora of information. I really need you on like a week-long Zoom, 24 hours a day, for people to hear all of your knowledge. But, at the end of the day, I think you said it best, is if you know where you want to go and you have faith in something. I think what struck me today when you said, why would you ever let anybody try to push you off that path, try to change your course? And I think people let people do that all the time because we're so worried about, what does someone else think? Um, oh, we're so worried about what other people are doing and looking left and right, that we're not paying attention to our own businesses, and we forget what we started for, why we started, and where we're going, and why we believed we could get there. And I get it. I mean, I've been stuck before. I think sometimes people think, oh, well, you're 200K or you're a millionaire. We've talked many times. We've been stuck. We have felt stuck, oh, I can't get past this point, or oh crap, it seems like this is happening or that is happening. We feel all these feelings, and at the end of the day, we keep pushing. You know what I mean? That's all it is we have our bad days. We want to give up for 5 seconds, and then we say, that's stupid. Let's keep doing this. Like, let's get back on the treadmill, keep running. But I think a lot of people, because they're not making money yet, they're going on faith, just like you said. They're looking at you, me, other people that have laid the groundwork and have done it, and they're thinking, can I get there? What if I don't get there? What is too long? And I know you and I had actually somebody come to us and say, maybe this isn't just for me. I've actually had a couple people come to me recently and say that. And how do I know when it's time to give up? Or maybe this just isn't my jam. And for me, I always say, dude, do you love these products? Have they changed your life? Are you planning on not using them? Because the answer is never. If you're going to use these products and they've changed your life, why would you ever give up on the dream of helping other people do the same thing? I just don't get it. I don't know where I'm even going with this, but everything you just said times 1,000.
well, I want to, here's the thing. I don't think think it's that, you know, people get discouraged. It's not, you know, the people I do ask, you know, someone, I'm going to tell you right now, and a lot of times you'll see in this industry, oh, they loved me while I was benefiting them, while I was making them a paycheck. Well, I'm going to tell you something, honey. If you come to me and you tell me that you are in your heart that you have decided to go a different direction, I'm going to find out if I left my fingerprint on your life. I'm going to find out if I was able to inspire you. Hey, Carrie, I see your sweet baby. I know Carrie Dinlay, I guess, is on there. Is that? I see your baby's trying to get our attention and wave. So y'all wave at him. He's like, hey, sweet baby. Yeah, I love getting to know people's kids. I love to watch your kids grow up. I love everything. People say, I hate network marketing. This industry is bunk. No, this industry is amazing, but you're in a people industry. People are crazy. People are confused. People are angry. People are hurting. So it's not that, you know, is this for me? Is life for you? Is mama in for you? Is marriage for you? Is, you know, your job for you? Like life gets hard, but it's what have you done to grow through the hard? How many of you guys, and I know this is going to sound silly, but just follow me for a minute. How many of y'all are animal lovers? Like you love animals? Yes. Okay. And if you have a dog and a cat, I don't have cats, I have dogs, and my house is like a zoo. And I really, don't hate me. And if my friend Pam is on here, she's going to be sending me mean, ugly messages because she loves cats. Cats are just not my thing. I've never had a cat really. Well, we've had a cat, but I've developed a new love for pets, and that's a whole nother story. But if you have a cat and you have a dog, so say you get home, and I have a friend, and this story came from this, but I have a friend, and if you have dogs, when you get home, they are just, you know, they're on the other side of the door. They're scratching the door. When you get home, they are jumping up and down, and they're scratching your like they want your attention. They want you to know they're there. They want to love on you. They want to tell you that they're so excited to see you, and just, you know, everything. And if you have a cat, how many of y'all have cats? Tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, you have a cat. They're kind of just like, you get home and they're like, what's up? Oh, you're here. Oh, where you been all day? And 9 times out of 10, they've just been laying around all day in the same spot. But they know that you're gonna come home. They know you're gonna come back. And they know you're gonna love on them. You're gonna cuddle on them. You're gonna feed them. You're gonna do the things. So yes, I know cats can be rambunctious and all that, but 9 times out of 10, they get lazy and they just kind of hang out and they chill. We're like that in our business. Now, I'm not calling y'all dogs and cats, but listen and follow my analogy. Never does my dog get tired of jumping up, being excited, and sharing that he loves me coming home every single day. To the point I'm like, Boston, Maggie, get down. I mean, I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I push them away. But they stay consistent with coming after me every time. Every time they see me, they're excited. They pour into me. They love on me. They have that unconditional love for me. Where a cat gets comfortable, they know, hey, I got this nice cozy home. I got this nice cozy bed. I know that things are going to come to me. I know people are going to come love on me. They're going to feed me. And we get like that in this industry. At first, we're that puppy. We're excited. We're excited to tell our friends. We want to tell everybody about it. And I'll be honest, my normal is just normal now. 7 years ago, I was like that puppy. Give me energy. Give me mood stabilizer. Give me all the things I need it. I want it. I have to have it. And now I just roll over there and I reach and I take 2 capsules and I'm good to go. I become comfortable with it. I just expect it. And I expect it to just deliver because it's on auto ship and I have 2 customers and I get it for free. So it's just going to deliver to my door. So it's just going to come to me. So I've gotten complacent and comfortable with that I'm just going to feel good. I've gotten comfortable with the fact that I'm going to have energy to make it through my day. Now, are some days more energy than the others? Yes. Doesn't mean that the product's not working. Well, and then I'm at a position where I have the honor to lead you guys that do such incredible things every single month. So I'm just going to assume y'all are just going to keep bringing it in. I'm just going to keep growing my business. Things are going to keep happening. I'm just going to keep being me, and people are going to have to, either decide they're tired of me, annoyed with me, or they're going to have to join me. But that's not the case. Those people want you to be in their life. They want you to value them. They want to know that you care. They want to know that you're concerned, that you haven't seen them post on Facebook. You're concerned that they're posting day after day how they're tired and exhausted. You're concerned that they are struggling to pay, their bills, that the pandemic and everything that's going on has affected their life. You're concerned that, guys, like literally, I say this all the time. We at all times, there's over 150,000 accounts within this organization. At any time, there is someone right now on our Facebook, and I don't know exactly whose team she's on, but her daughter was in a bad accident on a four-wheeler, and my heart was crushed. I'm like, I've been praying for her. We've had loss in the last week of young children, of grandparents. We've had divorce. We've celebrated birth. If you want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions in this industry, it's that. But it's being able to be a part of someone's life and give them hope, give them an opportunity to find a breakthrough. I got a message the other day, and someone said, oh, this person really is struggling financially, and she is just not, she's looking for a job, she's posting, she's all that. She said, but I don't want to share my business with her because I would be afraid if that, I'm feeling like I'm spamming. I said, are you spamming? She's like, no. I said, what if someone wouldn't have shared this business, that she's a 200K? I said, what if somebody wouldn't have shared this business with you? If you had a closet that you needed organized and you're willing to pay money, would you tell her about that? She's like, well, yeah, she's struggling. She needs money. So why would you not give her an opportunity to earn $1,300 in bonuses and incentives in her first 14 days? Well, this is a direct sales. No, you got to change your mind. Now, here's the thing. It's not what we say, it's how we say it. So if I go on there and I say, hey, Courtney, I seen you have been struggling, and you know what? I am trying to get to 12K VIP, girl, and I know if you come into my business that you're going to make me a millionaire and all the things for me. Or if I say, you know what, Courtney, I'm just going to be honest. I kind of struggle with this because I don't want anybody to ever think that I'm just their friend to join my business, but you shared that you're looking for a job. I don't know if you're at all interested in working from home, but I can tell you I have an opportunity that you can earn $1,300 in bonuses and incentives in your first 14 days. If you're open to that, I'd love to get on the phone and chat with you. If you're not, girl, let me send prayers your way. And what's the biggest need that your children have right now? And if it's something that I can do, I'd love to be able to help. It's not what we say, it's how we say it. Your friend is tired and exhausted, laying on the couch, and you're like, oh, hey, you want to go to the gym? I'm going to go shopping for some new clothes because I'm lost all this weight. You just made them feel like crap. Maybe if you said, you know what, Sabrina, I saw that, you have that little baby and you're just a tired mama, and you have posted several times that you haven't even had time to go to the gym. I know you live right up the road, and I know it's kind of crazy with all the can we hang out or whatever, but what if I came and we went for a walk and we put that baby in a buggy and we just got some energy out? It's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. They want help. They want a solution to their situation, but you've got to take your goals and your wants and your needs out of the equation. What can I do for them? How do you build a multi-million-dollar business? You find out what people need and you meet that need. I don't know if it's Warren Buffett or somebody find me that quote, and I guess I'm going to screw it up. It's, how do you get everything? Something about how do you get everything you want in life by helping other people get what they want in life. That's exactly what this is. But I'm marketing, but I'm sharing. Do you know that somebody told me there's an affiliate link that you can have with Amazon Prime? Thank you, friends, for not telling me before, because I would be a multi-bazillion dollar person, because I market the crap out of Amazon Prime. But here's the thing. I don't ever hesitate. I don't ever hesitate to talk about the kind of workout gear, or I love Brooks tennis shoes. I don't get a kickback, but I never think, oh my gosh, who's going to benefit? I don't ever think about that. We've got to get out of our own way. We've got to believe that we deserve it. I don't care if your mamas and your daddies and your papas didn't have it. If they were broke your whole life and you've had generation after generation of limiting belief and limiting mindset, you've got to get out of your own way, and you have to say, enough is enough. It stops here. It starts with me. I did not see a culture created of entrepreneurs and financial freedom and financial peace and all those things. But my daughter, 1 out of the 3, is an entrepreneur, very successful, very much. And I love all my children the same. So if one of my children sees this video, I love them all the same. But one has taken on the mindset of, I'm not going to get a credit card. I'm 22 years old. I will stay debt free. I'll live below my means. I've been able to impact and influence that culture of change. What is the culture of change? Well, my mom struggled with mental health. My mom struggled with addiction. My family always lived poor. My family always lived paycheck to paycheck. I don't care what's been done in the past. It's what will you do in the future. And I'm smart enough to know that we have a vehicle, we have a product, we have an opportunity that is growing and going places that I don't want to be left behind from. I get to be unique. I get to be individual. If I decide that I want to impact and talk to people and drive all around the world and travel, that I get to do that. If I decide I want to give my money away to philanthropy work and missionaries across the world, I get to do that. If I want to decide if I want to just set my family up so that they're stable for the next couple of generations, I get to do that, and you get to do you. We don't dictate. We don't tell you what to do with your money except for pay your taxes. Don't get yourself in trouble. Paul always tells us don't go buy those Louis Vuittons while he buys his multi-million-dollar watches. I'm allowed to say that because Leanne, his wife, told me I could say that when he gave me a hard time about a Louis Vuitton. But, you know, you get to decide what you do with this. And what has happened is you're seeing people, you're probably seeing new people come in and you're like, how are they doing this? How are they killing it in the industry? I've exhausted my market. Your market should be growing every single day. I have a top leader in our organization. She says, like, I sign up 200 new friends every single day in my network. Not I, said the fly. I don't. If I get 5 to 10, I'm doing good. But I get my 5 or 10. I stay consistent. I want quality over quantity. Lisa, if you were going to ask me my lesson learned, that's what I would say. You know, yes, I will always be honored and humbled about the fact that we grew fast. But if I could go back and grow it slower and more consistent and keep it solid and the foundation and building that foundation, you know what? The only thing that's kept us is that we built it right, we built it tight, and we built layered leadership. And we built it with integrity, we built it in faith, and we have said, there's been people literally that have said, why did you do that promo? Why did you make that placement? Why did you do that? You know what? Because it felt right. Because I thought this is the best strategic move. Was it the best move compensation-wise? No. But did it give a little bit of belief to someone that maybe didn't believe in themselves? Absolutely. Lisa, I'll pass it back to you so I can take a breath.
I want to know what you feel is the hardest thing. You know, we face challenges, and one of the things I always like to share on this call is some of the hard that we've done through this business, because there's a lot of people that think, you know, they're the only one that's, you know, fallen backwards, lost a leg, missed a bonus, stuck at a, you know, they just feel like they're the only one going through these, you know, trials in their business. And, you know, I've had so many things happen over the years I've been in this industry. You're going to hit the hard spots. It doesn't matter who you are. And even if you're smooth sailing right now, even if you came in and all your friends and family loved it and you're signing people, at some point you will hit those hard spots. And what I noticed personally, it's when somebody hits those hard spots, how they handle it, how they deal with it, if they move forward. Because I have seen people literally fly to 200K, hit no bumps in the road, get to 200K, hit the bump in the road, and then all of a sudden they're no longer here. And it's really about when you hit the bump, how you react. I always get excited when my people, people that I've personally enrolled, when they hit their bump right away, because it shows me what they're made of, and I love when you say, I'm grounded and rooted and can't be cross recruited. It's one of my, favorite things ever, because what happens when people hit these bumps in the road is their mind goes right away to the first place their mind goes is, maybe I need to go someplace else. It happens all the time. You know it. I know it. We've dealt with this for years,
Can I share
especially this time of
on
year
that?
when our paychecks go down. But yeah, I wanted you to kind of talk a little bit about any rough spots that you've hit, things you've had to overcome, and people on here know they're not alone.
Okay, here's the thing. So I would love if you would just tell me anything in life that we do on a daily basis that's not tough. If you have children, if your children are perfect and they have never, I mean, if they're a newborn, like 1 minute old, then maybe. But if you have children, if it hasn't been rough, like, please get with me, because we need to do some lives and like tell people how to raise their kids, because it's been rough to be a parent. Then you get adult children and then it's rough. Tell me if the job that you have, even if it's the best job in the world, that it hasn't been rough. Tell me that, I mean, maybe you're an only child, and so you didn't know what it was like to have siblings, but tell me being a brother or sister and having family and then blending families has not been rough. Tell me, yes, I'm going there, Lisa, if you have been married and it has not been rough, because I need you as a life coach, because let me know if it's not been rough. Like, if you've been married, okay, if you just got married yesterday, you don't count. No, I'm just kidding. But if you've been married, like, let me see. Okay, my first marriage was 14 years. So if you've been married like longer than 15 years and you've never had it rough, like, call me, because we need to talk. Like, I need to know. My friends just tell me, you need to learn how to just nod and smile, nod and smile. I'm like, that's why I'm struggling, because I don't nod and smile very well. But let me tell you this, and this is gonna matter, okay? And I'm not sharing this again to, say anything other than, this is how I associate my Lavelle business and life. Guys, I'm not a thriver. I'm not, a life partner. I'm not a mom. I am all encompassing. I'm all of these things. I don't compartmentalize. It's part of who I am. But can I share with you? I don't, in the industry, I have done, like, stay with it until, you're at the end of the road. You have to make a detour. And I believe this can happen in relationships. However, I'm going to share this with you guys, because y'all are my safe circle of 250 people. Okay, here we go. Y'all are going to get to find out this is Chas. However, I share, and I'm not proud of it. I am a woman of faith, but I have been married twice. I'm working on my third one, because they said third time's a charm. Now, y'all don't be getting divorces and saying Chas said the third one's the charm, okay? But here's the problem. One, there was all kinds of stuff, hard in marriage one. There was all kinds of stuff, hard in marriage too, but there was a lot of money. There wasn't any money in the first one. There was a lot of money and opportunity in the second one. There was a lot of things that I said, if I had that, it would fix this relationship. If this wasn't in this one, it would fix that relationship. And let me tell you, friends, having either or, it didn't fix. There was a problem with me. I was the problem. I had man issues that started as a little girl that I did not fix. So I repeated the pattern of independent woman, don't need a man, I got this, all of those things. Where I went, there I was, okay? And so, am I saying that there wasn't fault in those other situations? Absolutely. But there came a time in my life where the man of my dreams calls me on my crap and says, No, you're not going to be mad at me today and walk out of this relationship. Yes, this is my truth. Even my amazing Pat, I still am not always nice to him. He's like, you're not going to be mad at me today because Lisa made you mad. No, Lisa, you didn't make me mad, just so. But be mad at her, not me. Focus on the true issue. What is the issue in this business? You quit talking to people. You quit meeting people at the door with your excitement. You forgot that this opportunity, when $400 extra cash was life-changing. Now you're complaining that $4,000 a week, your check has gone down. Can we get real, people? When you're saying, you know what, I left a job making $30,000 a year and I've come to this and people are quitting and they're giving up. And I say, what was your 1099 from Lavelle last year? $220,000? Come on, let's get real. What did you stop doing? What are you struggling with? Are you struggling with doubt? Are you struggling with unbelief? Are you struggling with discouragement? Are you discouraged because people have left this business? Have you gotten discouraged because you didn't hit a promo or you didn't make a lifestyle getaway? Focus on what is within me that continues to make the pattern. You can go to another company, you can go to another opportunity, but where you go, there you are. You can make people feel at home no matter where you are. You can make people feel comfortable no matter where you are, if you're comfortable with who you are. They won't feel like, oh my gosh, there comes that Hispanic crazy sales girl. No, they're not going to feel that. There comes Chas, and no matter what it is, she's going to offer love and light and guidance, and she's probably going to break down and pray with me if I tell her I have an issue. So don't tell her you have an issue unless you got time to break out in prayer. That's me. I'm not ashamed of it. But I also know when my PPA is not growing, and Lisa, you can talk to this. We talked about this not long ago, how your PPA was not where you wanted it to be, and you're going to not be happy with me for saying this, but it wasn't where you wanted it to be. And you got a swift kick in the tail feathers, and you're like, oh my gosh, my PPA is 17 and 2 days. What was it? You had to recognize what you weren't doing. Lavelle didn't change the product in the last day. Lavelle didn't offer, a crazy promo in those days. You had to figure out, what am I struggling with? Where is my mindset? Is life happening? Yes. Will I be the leader that tells you, if you got an issue at home and with your family, you go get that right before you worry about this. Now, think about it. If you had life, and we all know it, even if you have, tragedy or loss in your family, your job is going to give you what? A bereavement time. They're going to give you time to get your affairs in order. They're going to give you time to get that worked out. And then you've got to go back to work. I don't know. I have had experiences. Thankfully, I haven't had that impact of the loss, but I've had some trials and some crazy things happen. And my boss was like, girl, get your head game together, take the week off, but after a week, after a couple weeks, either they have to keep going. They have to keep doing the things that they need to do to move forward in life. We stay stuck. I saw pattern after pattern in my relationship because I was stuck at a 6-year-old little girl mentality and mindset. I had to look at the rejection. I had to look at the defeat. I had to look it in the eyes and say, I'm not rejected. I'm not a mistake. I deserve, even though I can't do math and I can't do the grammar, so I ... If y'all wonder why I ... everything, is because I don't know grammatics. And if y'all think I can do math, and I hope the person that sent me this is not on this video because I'm sharing this, but I love you and I keep telling me. But when I did 50% off, I said, hey, we get 50% off. Someone lovingly messaged me and said, Chas, it's not 50% off. It's actually 44% off if you do the math correctly. And they went into this whole math thing, and I'm like, you lost me at 1 + 1. I barely graduated high school, but hey, thank you for loving me and speaking me into my life. So hey, on that whole 50% off thing, I got you. We got to get the math right, okay? But here's the thing. I'm willing to change. I'm willing to course correct. I'm willing to admit that the reason I don't feel good is because I'm struggling with fear and anxiety, and I'm eating all the Oreos and all the cookies, and I'm not working out. The reason I'm not growing personally in my PPA is because I'm not sending that message. I'm sitting back like that cat thinking, oh, they've seen my success. They've been to my house. They know what I do. They'll come to me. They'll just come to me. If I have a cookout and I say, hey, everybody's invited, they won't come because they'll be like, well, I didn't know she wanted me to come. But if I send a personal invitation and say, hey, neighbor Amanda, I would love for you to come to my cookout. She's going to come because it was a personal invitation. I said to her, I would love for you to come. My daughter says this often to me. I'll send a message and I'll send it to all three of my daughters, and then they'll be together and they're like, oh, I thought I was special. I thought mom just sent that to me. I'm like, look, I'm multitasking. I'm working smarter, not harder. And they're like, well, I thought you were just telling me you love me and you prayed for me and I would have a great day. And I thought that gift was for me. And I'm like, hey, I love y'all all. But that personal invitation, the fact that I put it in a personal message, not a group chat or a group invite, they were like, that's for me. Mom loves me. She's thinking about me. And I am. But that personal invitation, that's my struggle. Sending that personal invitation like, hey, I know you're struggling. I need you to get a mini experience in your hand. I don't know why you haven't started this yet with me. You know what? I know you're struggling financially. I love you enough that you've shared with me your truth. You've seen what this does for me. I'm not saying that it's going to put you where I'm at or this is even where you want to be, because money will not make you immune to life and problems. But if it can give you a little bit of stability, if it can keep your lights on, if it can keep you from putting Christmas on a credit card, then let me be your girl to show you the way through and to that success. That was my analogy, Lisa.
So we're coming up on the top of the hour. I want to know what, I heard you on Wednesday night Zoom. If you guys don't plug into Chasta's Wednesday night Zoom, you should. Excel Empire. There's not nearly enough people hopping on Zooms. Y'all need to plug in because there's such good information. But this past Wednesday, you talked a little bit about, how to just show people your life and all the things about you and not be so thrive, because everybody needs to know you're the thriver. Absolutely. Everybody needs to see you using these products, but it's so much more than that. It's so much more than that. And you just really broke it down good. But I want to know, what are things that you think, is somebody stuck? I've got a lot of people right now. It's this time of year. We're coming into the new year. And I just feel like now is the time that people have got to figure out where they're stuck, get the heck over it, and come into the new year strong. Because at the end of the day, so many people are held back right now. And a lot of them are held back mentally. Like, when I see people doing the right things, I can tell you 100% it's usually mental. Like, it's definitely 100% they're not putting time into self-development. It's something they're holding on to. I mean, we saw this at your retreat, the retreats that we just had the past 2 weeks at your house. How many of those women, when we really dug, every single one of them, they were not held back by the products, the price, the fact that people told them it's too expensive. It was none of that. What they were truly held back by was something that happened in their past, or something they're holding on to from something else. And it's getting over those things. And I guess what I'm asking is, what advice do you have for that person going into the new year to, let's go, let's do this, stop having this, scarcity mindset, and that you're thinking this year is going to be just another year and it's the same year as next year, and how do I get past this point? Where, what's your best advice, I guess?
Okay, I took my watch off so I can set it here because that's a big one, and I don't want to go over my time, so I'm going to keep this in my forefront. One, how many of you have Spotify, YouTube, or something that, you pay a little premium upgrade to get rid of the commercials? Or you have Netflix or something. I don't know. Maybe y'all like commercials. I hate commercials. If I am going to pay for an upgrade on these apps so that I don't get the commercials or the ads, why the heck do you think that people are on a free platform to get a commercial from you? commercials. A lot of people I see, they are just a commercial. They don't know. We would not know if you're a grandma, if you are, you know, hey, if you're not, hey, I'm not lessening the fact that marriage is a beautiful thing for 100 years, but people know that's my truth. I share my vulnerability because I've healed it and I can speak about it now. The problem is people don't heal from things, so they can't speak about it. So they're struggling with their weight, they don't talk about it. They're struggling with their finances, so they won't share an opportunity. They're not having the conversation in Messenger and the invitation to invite somebody in because they don't feel worthy enough to lead somebody. They're scared of success or they're scared of failure. This could be a whole topic, Lisa, of what I see. And there's 245 people, 246 including myself. So there's 246 individual issues of why they're either succeeding or failing. And I can't answer that in this amount of time. Only you can. But what I do hear is my leader is not encouraging me. The question is, are you encouraging yourself? My leader doesn't believe in me. The question is, do you believe in you? Nobody's buying my product. Are you thriving for free? Are you getting your product for free? Well, nobody wants to join my business. Do you believe that you can have whatever success looks like to you? Maybe 200K. I get this all the time and it pisses me off. It's not about the rank. It's not about the money. Okay, well, what is it? Tell me what it is for you. That is an excuse not to put out a goal so that if you miss it, you can say, well, that wasn't what I wanted anyway. Okay, fine. Maybe it's just, I just want stability. I just want to keep the lights on. I just want to have a car that runs. I don't want an auto bonus. I just want a vehicle that the bumper's not falling off. For me, I just wanted a vehicle that the alternator didn't go out every other week. So what does it look like for you? But quit making those excuses. Quit counting yourself out. Quit looking at me and going, Chas inspires me and I want to be like Chas. Who's looking at you and says, Brittany inspires me, Susan inspires me, Emily inspires me, Jason inspires me, Jane inspires me. Don't make me go through 260 something people. Who's looking at you? Who's saying you inspire them? Who is believing that because you take 2 capsules on an empty stomach, some days you have good days, some days you have bad days? I shared the other day that, you know, my loft and all the beautiful Christmas lights, and it looks so beautiful and it's amazing. And I got a lot of likes, but I got more likes and engagement on the picture with the in-house Christmas where the top lights were working, the bottom lights were working, and the middle wasn't working. Because more people can relate to that than they can relate to the picture perfect. Then I have to remember, people don't know where I came from. They don't know the fact that my kids and I literally had the Christmas tree, Snoopy Christmas tree, because that's all we had. I have to remember, I haven't always been where I am now. So I have to blend all the time of where I've been, what I'm going through, how I've overcame. And a lot of times, we're just sitting in the poor, pitiful me in the past. If you want to stay there, my friend, but I can't meet you back there. I can meet you in the middle. I can reach out. I always say, I get messages, probably Lisa, probably all the leaders probably do. I get messages, people asking for financial help probably every day, if not every week. And this is what I say. This is a policy that I have in my corporation. I don't do loans because loans will burn you, even if it's family. If I can't gift it to them and give it to them without any strings attached, I don't do it. I don't do loans. I give you something. If you want to pay me back in time, you do that. But it's a gift. But I do hands up. I don't do handouts. A handout will cripple you. A handout will keep you from working. A handout will keep you from going out there and finding the solution. But a handout means, you know what? I see you working. I see you struggling. Let me take you by the hand and let me guide you to where I've been and walk you through to the other side. So it's the limiting belief. Where's my time? Dadgummit, 30 seconds. Limiting belief. You've gotten comfortable. You have counted yourself out. And Jason, I don't know why I'm saying this to you. It's not like a divine God spoke to me, but you know, you're a male in a pretty female dominant industry. Hats off to you, brother, because Lord, we cry. But let me tell you something. Don't count yourself out because you're a male, because you love and lead and guide and encourage like most men I haven't ever been around before. Most of you are counting yourself out. You're selling yourself short because of your past, because of where you are now, because of what you're walking through. Write it down. What's holding you back? What is the thing you're struggling with? Brittany Hyder had me on a Zoom the other day, and I told her there was like 4 or 5 of her top leaders, and I said, this is my highest usage because there's 4 or 5 of you, and we individually, didn't we, Brittany? We went through, and I said, here's this. One girl, she's a powerhouse. She just needs to believe in herself. I heard it in her mouth. Within 2 seconds, I said, hey, I'm going to tell you what's holding you back. Change what you're saying. You're going to change what you're seeing. Boom, let's go to the next one. And we just went through and we picked it off. And it's so easy. It's so easy to say that's what's holding you back. If you have too much pride, what is in the middle of pride? That I. You need to ask somebody, what do you see that's holding me back? And here's the thing. Don't ask them what's holding you back if you're not willing to attack it and move forward. Don't waste their time, because obviously they're doing something that you see that you want to achieve and accomplish. Don't waste their time. Don't hold them back. If you're ready and you're saying, I want to know what's holding me back, I can probably look at your, I have Christina, I won't say last name, but we got on a coaching call, and she said, Chas, I've been doing this for this long. I'm not growing. I'm not this. In a minute, what the issue was. Her network's not growing. She's got to grow new people. She's got to increase her reach. If Facebook says it's proven, go look it up. 10% of people are seeing your stuff. How many people it's not a popularity. This isn't a sorority, but do you have enough people seeing your stuff that is going to be a new reach? If not, then you need to increase that engagement. You need to increase how many times a day you're talking to somebody in the messenger. No, it's not a salesy, spamsy. One of my favorite things that I've been asking people now is, how's your heart? How's your heart? That catches them off guard, because people are mostly saying, how's your day? How's your kids? How you feeling? How's your heart? It makes them think for a minute, and I never get a non-response to how's your heart. Sometimes I get way more than I want to, but I never get a ignore on how's your heart. Find out how people's heart are. Right now, more than ever, how's their heart? They're going to start telling you what's tearing it apart, where they are. Maybe they're good, and you're like, hey, I want to hear about what's happening good. We all need to hear good in our life. Ask yourself that question. Write it down. What's holding me back? And when you know what's holding you back, then I'm going to tell you, go get your PhD from Google University like I have. If it's doubt, it's unbelief, I'm stuck in network marketing, don't believe in my product, my leader sucks, whatever you want to put in, unless I come to your house, I can't see your Google search, put it in YouTube. How to deal with difficult people. You're going to get a lot of results. Ask Brittany Hyder. You will find it. You'll find it. Seek and you will find. Ask and it's going to be given to you. You ask people for what's going on, how's their heart, they're going to tell you, here's what's going on, here's what's happened in my life, and I can promise you, you're going to have a solution for their situation, whether it's physically, financially, and I believe the best component is spiritually. Lise, I'll pass it back to you.
You know, if you guys want more of Chas, you need to plug in Wednesday nights to XL Empire, because there's so much more where this came from, and you guys totally will not regret plugging into her. And it's such a great Zoom, and it just blows my mind when I hop on it and there's like 100 people. I'm like, where's the other 5,000? Where are the other 5,000 missing out on this good knowledge? Chas, I want to thank you so much. We got paid, y'all. It's car bonus day. You know, it's little things. Share that on your Facebook page, how grateful you are that, you know, every month your car is covered. That's a big thing for people.
Let me stop real quick. I want to just ask, and I'm going to go. I'm going to be quiet. But how many of you, when Lisa said it's payday, and when Lisa said it's auto bonus day, ask yourself, check your heart. How many of you were like, oh my gosh, shut up, Chas, I got to go check? Or how many of you are like, I don't got an auto bonus. I've been doing this 2 years and I haven't got my car yet. Oh, I bet my paycheck was 5 cents. Change what you're saying, people, and you'll change what you're seeing. I'm telling you, you've got that mind shift. You just blocked a blessing right now in the last 2 seconds. I just motivated the crap out of y'all for 60 whatever minutes, and you just blocked it. Because you know what? Your mind is funk. You're not going to be excited for everybody the next 30 minutes posting about their paycheck because yours is 5 cents. Go do what you need to do this week to make Tuesday look better than this past Tuesday. It's in your hands. You have the same product I have. You have the same opportunity. We have different struggles, but we all have struggles. Let's overcome them and let's go out there and be great. And you have to define what that greatness looks like to you. So everybody's jumping off because they're going to go check their paychecks. So anyway.
Amen. We'll get this recording out as soon as possible. Chas, thank you so much again. There's so many other things that I wanted to talk about, but hey, you know what? That's why I'll have you on another one. We'll have like a part 2. I love you guys. Have a great week, and we'll see you guys in next week. And enjoy your week. Enjoy your paycheck, and enjoy life, man. And change your words. Change your words. Change your life. Write that down. Change your words. Change your life. Huge. I promise it'll change everything. Thanks, Chas. Love you. Love you guys.